We start tonight with monsoon 2022 as a storm in the North Valley brings heavy rain to that area. This is the view from our ADOT camera. This is near the Loop 101 and 7th Avenue in North Phoenix. It has been an active day in other parts of the state as well.
12 News weather watcher Bob Corda sharing this video with us of the rain coming down this afternoon in Prescott.
And weather watcher David shared this video with us. This is from Cordis Lakes. He says that with all of that rain there, temperatures dropped to 70 degrees there shortly before 1:30 this afternoon. That's a nice treat.
Yeah, no kidding. And 12 News weather watcher Marty right here shared with us this video not too long ago from University Heights in Flagstaff, where you can see it is really coming down up there. He says it rained nonstop for at least 15 minutes in that part of town.
Yeah, sure is nice to get the rain, but the risk of more flooding from storms around the Flagstaff area is high this week, especially for people living near wildfire burn scars.
Team 12's Rachel Cole spoke to several people piling sandbags into their trucks and trailers as they anticipate more wild weather. Rachel joins us live now. And Rachel, what else are you seeing?
Hey, actually, it's funny that you mentioned the sandbags because truckloads of them are still coming up here to Coconino County to serve those residents who are at risk of those flash floods due to that pipeline burn scar just down the hill from Doyle Peak, which is where we are. You can see some of that pooling starting to happen here in a drainage ditch. That's good to see. It's just a concern when this starts to fill up, and that's when residents living in this particular area start to fill those sandbags and really hope that they can deter that flowing water. The weather conditions quickly changing, which is why a lot of people earlier today were doing that storm prep, because it really does take a village this time of year. The community working together to try and spare their properties from that dangerous flash flooding that we've seen because of damage left behind. Recent monsoon rains really contributing to that. And neighbors living in the Timberline area near Highway 89 and Switchback Trail just say that, you know, they're trying to sidestep the damage as best they can. We spoke to Sharon. She's lived up here 20 years, and she was part of the locals packing those sandbags into a trailer earlier today.
What, a couple more weeks? 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks it's going to be horrible.
They've got probably 15 to 20 ADOT trucks digging, pulling, shoveling, cleaning it because it's flooding the back of our neighborhood.
Those neighbors also said, you know, a couple of the truckers that pass through this particular area stop and stay overnight and help some of those people load those sandbags up into their trucks and trailers. Earlier, we talked to a gentleman who's lived at his residence for about 10 years, and that's where a lot of those storm drains plugged up with silt and other debris that's flowed down Doyle Peak, again, where the pipeline fire has left that nasty burn scar. So a lot of the floodwaters over the last couple of weeks running down and starting to collect here. But we saw several dozen ADOT crews here digging out that mud and trying to clear those storm drains. They've done a great job as we've seen it flow all the way down the hill, down here to where we are by East Valley Baptist Church. So crews working around the clock to make sure that the storm drains are doing what they need to do to make sure that that water is flowing away from homes and through these washes as it's supposed to. We'll keep an eye on things here in Flagstaff, but for now we'll send it back to you in the studio, you guys.
All right, residents there have already been through so much. Rachel, thank you. Time now for a look at your forecast.
Meteorologist Jamie Cagle is tracking all the storms on radar. How's it looking, Jamie?
Well, it's looking good for at least the north central part of the valley. It looks as though we've had a little bit of energy moving easterly, because you can watch how these showers pop up and dissipate from west to east. This one right now over I-17 and the 101 Deer Valley area right now. It is starting to weaken. We'll continue to watch for other storm interactions to set things off around the valley. In the meantime, things are still coming down around Flagstaff, but we're also watching the very southern portion of the state where some intense thunderstorms are expected over the next couple of hours. But back up towards Flagstaff, the showers, they are weaker. Had some pretty intense thunderstorms earlier, but now we're starting to see more of a light shower with a little moderate rainfall mixed in there from time to time. And I said before, as we get closer to 6, maybe as late as 7 o'clock, things should quiet down for Flagstaff. This is the flood watch, this green area across much of the state. The intensity of those downpours can lead to flash flooding. So flood watches for the vast majority of the state. It's not so much the number of thunderstorms, it's the intensity that we have. And this is a big reason why. First of all, we have cooler temperatures. You can see a lot of rain, cooled air, some 60s and 70s in the high country right now. But then you factor in the dew points, and that's why the monsoon pattern with energy coming through is very primed right now. So it is looking like it is going to be very strong for the next several days, which we're going to take a look at coming up in the full forecast.